Hi there, my name is Elliot Heeman, and I am one of the counselors at Edmonds Community College. Part of the adjustment that we are working on during the Stay Home, Stay Safe order here in Washington is coming up with ways for the community to access different mental health resources in kind of unique ways, and one of the ways we're doing that is by recording these videos. What we're trying to do is establish like a regular mindfulness meditation location for students, community members, whoever might be interested. To that end, this will be the first of those videos. The videos will be different from different counselors, so definitely feel free to look through and look for your counselor or look for titles that you're interested in, and then we'll have them be coming out regularly for different opportunities, so to get different information. Without further ado, I'll get started. A lot of what I will focus on is a regular mindfulness practice called shamatha meditation, which really is just about learning how to empty out your mind and try to develop kind of an awareness of the present moment. At least for me, one thing I've experienced a lot of is just feeling so busy, feeling there's so many thoughts, so many things I need to do, homework and work and school and relationships, and I can start to just feel really bogged down. When I kind of learned more about this practice, part of what I experienced was this gradual shift out of that into a space of learning how to provide a real rest or relaxation for myself. Now I will regularly use this not only to practice it, but also in moments when I feel really strong emotion, sometimes when I feel anxious or unsure about something. Sometimes I kind of have a moment to pause and I want to rest my brain, and so I'll try that. There's lots of research that goes with this form of meditation that at different times I might share. But I thought rather than talking about it endlessly, I would give us sort of an activity to try together. So, two things to think about when you do a mindfulness meditation, especially shamatha meditation. The first one's called non-judgment. The goal of this is to create a space where you can notice yourself, notice what you're feeling, and the more you kind of are bogged down in feelings or thoughts of, I'm not doing this right, or I should be, should, the more it's going to be actually harmful for you to focus on these things. So what we're going to kind of try to do is just notice that voice of judgment when it shows up, but also sort of connect to the voice in us that just is like, you know what, this is where I'm at. I notice it, I see it. This will come easier to some of us than to others of us, and that's part of the practice as well. So even if you notice really strong judgment up front, don't quit, don't stop. Take some time to kind of learn about this other non-judgmental part. And then we'll also be doing loving kindness meditations other days to kind of practice that. So if you're noticing a lot of judgment, maybe try a loving kindness meditation. Second thing is, first was non-judgment. Second one is kind of busy mind, noticing thoughts. It is totally natural for our thoughts to become kind of the main thing that's going on in our brain. We work really well from our cortex, which is the planning, the deciding, the this or this kind of place in our brain, and often don't get space to connect to the parts of our brain that connect to our body or connect to our sense of awareness of the moment. So when you notice a thought, just go ahead and label that thought, kind of like, oh, there's a thought I'm thinking, and come back to the breath, which is what we'll practice on today. Future videos will go into this in more depth, but that's just a way to get started, two things to think about. So I'm going to ring the bell, and we will have a brief 5-minute meditation for you to practice with me. I will be closing my eyes. I might be opening them here and then just to check the time, but I'm going to close my eyes. Feel free to close yours or open them, whatever feels most comfortable to you. One disclaimer I will say is I'm a trained counselor. I don't have formal training in mindfulness, but it has been a personal practice I've been curating for the last couple of years that I'm excited to get to share with you. So check the link the description below the video for links to both mindfulness resources as well as the Edmonds counseling website pages for more resources. Thanks for joining me today. I'll ring the bell and we'll get started. So the place to start in a practice is with your physical body, with your posture. So go ahead. I'm sitting in a chair. I'm going to sit up as straight as I can in my chair, get my feet planted on the ground. If you're sitting on the ground, the focus here is kind of on just raising your chest, creating space for your lungs to be able to breathe. So go ahead and raise your head up, almost like someone was pulling a string from the top of your head. You can bend your neck a little bit, almost like you're looking down, and let your shoulders kind of fall out. Sometimes when we're anxious, our shoulders rise up, so let your shoulders lower down. The feet on the floor provide a sense of grounding, or if you're kind of seated, maybe cross-legged on the floor, your sit bones are kind of anchored to the ground, providing a sense of solidity, connection to the present moment. Go ahead and find your correct posture where you feel most comfortable. For all of us, this might be, some of us will find this to be easy, some hard, and that's okay too. Feel free to adjust or move during the meditation. You don't need to hold yourself in a rigid seat at all. Now I would like you to take your awareness, which is just your sense of what's going on, and as you take a breath in through your nose, kind of track the sensation. So maybe you notice it first coming through your nostrils. Maybe you notice it in the back of your throat, and then into your lungs as your lungs deepen and invite that breath in. And then open your mouth and allow the breath to go out. Keep breathing in and out. In and out. Now keep breathing at your own pace, in through your nose, out through your mouth. And I want you to direct your attention now specifically to your out-breath, noticing what it feels like as the air enters your body and becomes a part of you in your lungs, but also kind of letting your attention go out with it. There's research to show that this out-breath especially plays a key role in calming our nervous systems when we're feeling a lot, when we're thinking a lot. Maybe you notice a thought, maybe there's a voice that says this is silly, or why are you doing this, or you're not doing this right. Just notice that if you hear that, and allow yourself then to think again, to let your attention be filled with your breath. One thing that's really cool about your breath is that if your attention is on it and you let it fully be filled up with your breath, you aren't actually able to think about other things. It's just you're totally noticing what that feeling is. When I first started doing these, I felt frustrated because my mind would wander so quickly. And I was encouraged when I was told by a teacher that mindfulness is about the returning to the breath, not just a perfect awareness on it at all times. So every time you return, every time you catch yourself wandering and return, that's actually the moment of mindfulness. As you breathe, sometimes a sort of mantra or repeated words can be helpful. So maybe as you breathe, allowing the word in and out to accompany your focus on the sensation. In Take one more breath in and out. Allow yourself to come back to the room, back to your awareness. Maybe open your eyes. Thank you for this first session. You'll be seeing more of me if you want more focused kind of trainings at different times, or just someone to meditate with. I can say from my own experience that few things have been more important than developing this practice. So I'm happy to share it with you. Stay safe, and hopefully I'll see you on here, or I'll see you in person soon.